In this video, I want to talk to y'all about some things I wish I knew. I wish I knew before I got started on YouTube. I'm not going to waste y'all time. Let's jump into it. And as always, I got my notes to keep me organized because y'all already know I like to ramble. So the first thing I wish I would have known, and I know there's going to be some different opinions about this, and do me a favor, comment down below if you do feel different. But the first thing is first, you got to find your niche. Now, it took me a long time, but I want y'all to think about it this way. If you create content in your own way, if you create content how you want, if you're trying to find your fitting, you're trying to find how you want to create. And I'm telling you, this is going to determine, where you figure out what you want to do as a whole when it comes to creating on YouTube. Now, and I'm telling you, this may help you. And I know at some point you want to get monetized, you want to hit those watch hours, you want to eventually gain some brand deals and things like that. But this is the passion. This is where passion meets profit. You have to figure out, like, what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? I like cameras. I like creating content. And I like motivating people because you know what? I said to myself, I had doubt on how I was going to create. I had doubt on how I was going to have camera presence. So when you take tally on what you're create what you want, because obviously you're working towards a goal. You're working towards where you want to be as far as a creator on YouTube. Take time to find that niche. You got to find your niche. Once you feel comfortable and you're passionate about it, you're unstoppable. You are unstoppable. I sit here, right? And I'm doing this video right before work. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel as if it's a burden. I don't feel like, oh, I got to make a YouTube video, because you know what? I'm enjoying this. This is my passion. And you know what? It took me a while. I was creating camera content with DJI cameras, which I love those cameras, right? And I'm not gonna say I'll never do one again, but it's like I decided that I wanted to create content around motivating people. And I was like, you know what? I like camera gear. I like talking about, motivation. I've had doubts on how to create content on YouTube. Boom, I found my niche. And this is what I've been doing ever since. And those things can evolve. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have your niche today. I'm just saying eventually you want to work towards that. That's the goal. You want to work towards what you want to create. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to create all over the place, by all means. But I feel like if I've known this earlier, I would have been so much better, and I would have grown so much faster. And we're still growing. Let's move on to the next one, man. And I'm gonna be honest, this one, and I need y'all to really, like, let me fix my hat. Hold up. Let me get really close to the camera. I need y'all to hear me, right? I need y'all to hear me. Hold on. I need y'all to hear me. Listen to me very closely. You need to post what? More often. You need to post more often. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it's tough. I know it's difficult, but if I would have known this in the beginning, reps build skill. If you're posting consistently, you're going to get better at talking to the camera. You're going to get better at, coming up with titles and thumbnails. You're going to get better at all those things because you've done them over and over and over. You got to think about it. When you start working at a job and you start training, you haven't done things before. You're working, you're showing up, you're following the protocols and things like that. But once you do it over and over, you become better. The more reps you build, the better you're going to be at your skills. So once you get into a flow, you're going to be able to set up a camera easily. You're going to be able to set up your lighting. You're going to be able to set up your audio. You're going to be able to do all these things. And I'm telling you, it's all from repetition. It's all from repetition. You're doing it over and over. Muscle memory, time under tension. These are the things that are going to help you get better. If I would have known, if I would have just went all in from the beginning and posted videos, even though they were bad, you're going to have bad videos. The first videos, I have bad videos. Some videos I'm not feeling it. Some videos I'm tired. Some videos I'm overworked. Some videos I just had a bad day. We all human. We all human. We all have those days. But at the end of the day, if you're posting more often, you're gonna get more reps. You're gonna get more skilled at what you do. It's that simple. There's no other way. It's all about consistency. And I know it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. You're only going to get better as you make each video 1%, 1%, 1%. You got to just keep doing those reps. I can't explain it, but you know how people say it's just that switch, but the switch is really just you doing things over and over and you finding your fitting and getting comfortable and understanding like how you want to do your videos. Let's move into the next one, y'all. Let's move on to the next one. And I'm telling you, this one ties back into it. You got to stay consistent daily. And I'm telling you, people are not gonna want to fool with you if you show up, once a year or every 3 months or every 6 months. And I wish I would have known this in the beginning. If I would have known, you know what, I got to post a video, let's say once a week, let's say every 2 weeks, that's fair. Maybe once a month. But if you're going to do that, you know what I'm saying? The trust, people trusting you it beats talent. It beats talent. People trust you and fool with you. It beats talent, because you know what? They're gonna see that you provide value to them ever so often. They're gonna see that, you know what? Storm's gonna show up at X amount of time, at X amount of week, on X amount of, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna deliver, because no one's gonna subscribe. You're not gonna gain subscribers if they don't trust you, they don't believe you, they don't know who you are yet. That I wish I would have known from the beginning. You know what? I'm gonna do a video, you know, X amount of time, I'm gonna show up X amount of days, I'm gonna build trust, I'm gonna continue to bring value to my audience. That's how it's gonna work. There's no other way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's think about a household name. You put on a pair of Nikes, you put on a pair of Nikes because you trust that brand. You use an iPhone because you trust that brand. Because you know they're gonna deliver on that promise, which is gonna give a good sneaker and a good phone. You know that. Or if you're gonna get a Samsung, you know those household names. You know who they are. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, every single Poland Spring, you know these brands. There's nothing else, because you know what? They trust them. You know they're gonna deliver on that promise that you thought and you want. All right, let's move on to the next one, man. And this one is, these are all gems, man. These are all gems. It's crazy. When I was writing these, I was like, yo, this is going to be a crazy video, y'all. All right, let's move on to the next one. The next one, y'all, and I'm going to be clear. I'm going to be very clear. The only way they click is if you master your packaging. When it comes to the video, when it comes to the thumbnail, when it comes to the title, when it comes to, let's say you're doing YouTube posts, when it comes to all these things, the only way they're going to trust you is if you master your packaging, so that way they can get in the door. You got to think about your thumbnail as a storefront. I always talk about this. I use this analogy, y'all. Walk with me. Listen to me very carefully, y'all. Listen to me very carefully. If you have a storefront that is dirty, the windows are covered in guck from rain, and there's leaves all over the place, no one's gonna want to walk in. Maybe a couple of customers may walk in and they're gonna be like, yo, what's up with this storefront? Why is it all dirty? The door handle's dirty. You can't see inside. The signs are all weird. Like, it's just one of these things where you're just like, I don't know what's going on. Like, why am I going in here? It's the same thing with your channel. Your thumbnail's got to be clear. Your text got to be visible. You gotta have, you know, a proper title. Make sure you don't have no misspelling. I mean, I'm telling y'all, I see this a lot, and it takes a second. Your phone has autocorrect. There's no excuse. Listen to me very carefully. There is no excuse why you don't have good spelling or correct grammar in your videos. One, and then two, look at your description. And I always talk about this. This is your brand. This is who you are. Look at your channel. Look at your banner. Look at your face in the circle where people see and they click and subscribe. If that's not clear, how are they gonna subscribe? You gotta master packaging, y'all. This is all about wrapping things up nice and cleanly and neatly, so that way people can say, oh, you know what? I'm a subscribe to this channel. I like his thumbnail. I like his mission statement. You know, with the description of your channel, I call that a mission statement because I think about business. I'm thinking about a business. And I mean, if you don't take it that seriously, that's okay. That's all right. But still, put a clear indication about what this is about. People subscribe to, like I said, people who they trust. They subscribe to people they trust. They trust the brand. They trust who you are. You know what I'm saying? Think about that, because guess what? If you package it well, they're gonna do what? They're gonna subscribe. They're gonna subscribe, y'all. Let's move on to the next one. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm so excited about this video, because you know what? When I was sitting here thinking about this, I was like, yo, this is so simple. This is simple. All right, and the next one, man. The next one is build your tribe. Build your tribe, y'all. Like, this is the people that you in the community. Answer those comments. You know what I'm saying? You know, be real. Don't just use ChatGPT for everything, man. Build a community around real like-minded individuals. Build a community around bigging people up. Build a community around, you know, anything that you want. You can do anything you want. That's why we have Reddit. That's why we have Facebook groups. We have all these things. We have forums. These are the reason why we have that, because people align around what? A common goal, y'all. A common goal, a common ideology, a common belief, a common like I talked about how you trust brands. People who like Apple, Samsung, Nike, Adidas, they trust those brands, and there are people who are aligned around them, and they have groups. Build your tribe, y'all. I'm telling you, I know you, in the beginning, you may not get much engagement, but guess what? Ask questions. Be open to feedback. Be positive, even though you don't have nobody. That's another one in itself. You got to be positive. Because guess what? If you are running the community, how are they gonna believe? Come on, y'all. Listen to me very carefully. If you are in charge of the community and you're not positive, what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? Build your tribe. And there's gonna be peaks and valleys. You post a video, it gets low views, that's a valley. If you post a video and you're tired and you don't work really hard, that's a valley. You post a video, it takes off, you get maybe 100 views, that's a peak. You gotta think about it. Build the tribe. There's gonna be trials and tribulations, but y'all gotta put in the work. It just doesn't get like I didn't just get this channel. I had to start off with zero. I had to put in the work. You gotta start showing up for yourself, showing up for your community. I'm telling y'all. It's that simple. It don't function in any other way. This is just how it is. All right, let's move on to the next one, man. And I'm telling you, you gotta, let me tell you something. This is a big one, and I talk about this all the time. Start with less. You don't need a Osmo Pocket 3. You don't need a Action 5, a Action 6. You don't need a Pocket 4. You don't need a FX30, a FX3. You don't need none of those cameras, because guess what? The same camera you're watching me on is probably the same camera I'm using to film this video. I'm using an iPhone. I'm using an iPhone to film this video, and start with less. The only thing I would say, if you really need to upgrade at some point, is to get a microphone. This microphone is like $70, y'all. The mic mini is like $40-$50. They're on sale. You can get a cheap mic for like $20. Or if that's the case, don't do anything. I'm sitting in a car, all my windows are closed. There's cars flying by, it's windy. I don't film videos without microphones. Start with less. You just need your phone. Listen to me. Listen to me very carefully, y'all. Listen to me very carefully. You just need your phone. That was one mistake that I made. I said to myself, I needed to go, and I'm nothing against people who have cameras already. You got your camera? Listen, enjoy your camera. But I'm telling you, if you out here and you got no camera right now, and you got a brand new phone in your pocket, or you got a phone in the past 4 years, you don't need a camera. You just need to set up a tripod, a suction cup mount. You could just lay it on a couple of books, hold it in your hand. I done made videos in my hand with my phone. These phones are great when it comes to stabilization. In-body stabilization is crazy. These AI, whatever it is, listen, you start with what you have. You don't need to go out and buy no gear. You can get a $10 tripod on Amazon. You can get a $20. I'm saying you probably spend more on Uber Eats, DoorDash than anything else. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. You spend more on DoorDash, Uber Eats, and anything else, eating out. You could afford a $10 tripod, a $20 tripod. There is no excuse. And if you don't, your hands work just fine. All you need is your phone. You start off with less. Creation over gear. I'm gonna say it again. Creation over gear. You just gotta create, because guess what? What's gonna happen? You're gonna buy that expensive camera. You haven't worked on your camera presence. You haven't worked on your thumbnails. You haven't worked on your hooks. So guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna have that very nice camera and you're gonna be exactly where you are. I had to learn that because I had bought the Pocket 3 a while ago. I created the channel. I wasn't consistent. I made one video and then I stopped. The camera sat there. I was nervous. I was scared. I didn't know what to do in my videos. I didn't know where I was going with the direction of my channel. I didn't have a purpose when it came to it. I just bought the camera because I really wanted to, but I wanted to start, but I was scared. I didn't improve those skills. Improve your skills. Improve your creation. Practice. You don't have to upload a video if you record. You just record a video, leave it alone. Leave it on the camera, do another one. That's what I did. I started filming with my phone, my front-facing camera. I was walking on the street, and with the phone, and I pretend I was on a FaceTime call. I turned off Bluetooth, put my AirPods in my ear. I put a privacy screen protector over my phone so people can't see that I was recording. I was practicing. I was working on my values. I was working on my tenacity. I was working on my consistency. I was working on showing up. And then I said to myself, I didn't watch none of those videos back. I still got the videos in the phone. I'm telling you, creation over gear. You don't need the gear. And if you do already, get to work, lock in. You bought that gear and it's sitting there collecting dust. When's the last time you picked up the camera? You gotta pick up the camera, y'all. You just gotta press record. It's that simple. The gear's gonna be there. There's always gonna be a new pocket this, pocket that, action this, Sony this, Nikon this, Canon this. It's gonna be all, they're not going nowhere. Sony been around for decades. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna be something new. But what's gonna happen, you're not gonna be, guess what? Those skills, those things that you haven't put to the forefront, they're just gonna continue to stay stagnant. You gotta get into it. Leave the gear alone. I told myself. I'm like, yo, this all you need is a phone. I'm using the phone. I know you holding the phone in your hand. Look at your screen time. Look at your screen time. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuse. In 2025, 2026, you bought a phone from 2021 to wherever. Even the old phones from 2020, they shoot in 4K. There is no excuse. 1080p is fine. Most people watch videos on 1080p anyway. They got to save that data. I know I was rambling on this one, but that one I had to tell myself, you don't need the gear. You need to show up for your tribe and get to work. It's time to create content, y'all. I'm going to say it again. Y'all. It's time to create content. All right, let's move on to the next one. And before we do, drop a like on the video. We are almost to 14K, y'all. We're almost to 14K. I'm sorry if I'm too loud. I'm saying if you wearing headphones, I'm sorry to y'all. But listen, we have 14. We just hit 13. We just hit 13. And we on our way to 14, y'all. Every single person in the community, I appreciate you. Seriously, drop a like on the video, subscribe, because we are on our way to 14,000 subscribers. And this is going to go into the next one. And this is a segue. And I'm adding this one in. This is not even on the notes. You got to celebrate your wins. You get, every time I turn around, when I got 100 subscribers, I got 10 subscribers, I got 1 subscriber, I just used to celebrate. I celebrate all the time because guess what? Those are real people. Those are people like me and you who subscribe to the tribe, the journey, the peaks, the valleys, the good times, the bad times. When you're not there, they're still there. You got to celebrate those wins. You got 10 subscribers. That's a peak. That's a peak. You got another 10, 20 subscribers. That's a peak. You got 1 subscriber. That's a peak. Somebody commented on your video and they say, man, I appreciate what you do. And if it wasn't for, that's a peak. You got to celebrate these wins, y'all. Celebrate. I'm telling you, that's one thing I had to tell myself in the beginning. I gotta realize these are real people. I gotta realize these are people's lives that I am fulfilling. These are the people who are looking forward to my next video. These are people who trust me. These are people who understand the value I provide. And if they don't, they're still along for the ride while I'm trying to figure it out. Listen to me very carefully, y'all. Celebrate your people, man. They're real people just like me and you. They're real people. You have to. This is one of the most important things. It's the people. It's the community. It's not the camera. It's not the gear. It's not the vanity metrics. It's none of that. It's the people. These are real people. YouTube is all over the world. You got to celebrate your people, y'all. You got to celebrate your people. Because guess what? Without any of this, with all this here, without the people, we're nothing. I'm here because of you. Celebrate that. I'm telling y'all, let's move on to the next one. I'm sorry I'm mad passionate in this video, but you got to understand something. These are some things that I had to come to terms with. I had to come to terms and realize, like, come on, man. These are real people. Let's move on to the next one. And this one was a big one for me. You got to push through doubt. I'm telling you, I doubted myself for so long. And people would tell me, oh, you know what, Storm? You should probably create a YouTube channel. You know what, Storm? You should probably be a motivational speaker. And at first I was like, I can't motivate nobody. I be having my doubts myself. You got to push through doubt, though. I doubted myself for too long. There's people going to say, you're going to be making those funny videos. You still making those videos? Yo, you a YouTuber? Or you just like, they thinking you doing this for play. No, this is serious. This is real. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. I don't need, listen to me very carefully, and I always talk about this, y'all. I don't need affirmation from anyone. You know what I'm saying? And I have to throw that out the window and start believing in myself. I need you to believe in yourself. Because guess what? You had that spark. You had that idea. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. Listen to me very carefully. Do me a favor. While I take a sip of this drink right here, you drop a like on the video, because I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all, you You need to push through doubt. You don't need affirmation from someone else to say, oh, you should do a YouTube channel. Oh, why are you doing the videos? Push through them. Push through them. It don't matter. You don't need somebody to give you a pat on your back. Push through the doubt. Push through the doubt, because if I would have started 3-4 years ago, and I keep saying this, who knows where I would have been? Who knows where I would have been? I'm telling you, you think of the process over the results. You're doing it. You're doing it. You say to yourself, even though you're not making a video, you're managing the channel, you're creating thumbnails, you're thinking of ideas, you're a director, you are in charge, you're the foreman, you're the one who's at the forefront of all this. Not somebody who has an opinion in their mama's basement. Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with somebody living in their mama's basement. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be commenting on something that I'm doing if you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, man. I tell y'all, man, I hope y'all understand this. I really hope y'all understand. Push through the doubt. I would have, oh my goodness, if I would have started years ago, man, y'all wouldn't, I wouldn't even know where I would be. I'm telling y'all, push through the doubt. Push through the doubt. Let's move on to the next one, man. I'm telling you, you gotta, I'm telling you, and this is the bottom line. This is the final one. I need y'all to really lock in with me. I need y'all to understand. You got to work smarter. You don't have to work harder. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could show you. I got the phone mounted on a suction cup mount right here, and I literally have it sitting here pointed at me, and all I do is hit record, and I start this video. Put simple systems in place. Whatever gets rid of the friction. You're gonna buy an expensive camera, you're going to have friction because you're going to have to learn that camera. You know your phone already. You're going to buy a new microphone with a bunch of dials and settings on it. You're going to have to understand the microphone. You got to put simple systems in play. Be able to pack your bag with your camera in it, your camera fully charged, or your phone, whatever you use, and just get rid of the friction. The friction has caused me to, guess what? Stop creating content, because I was like, oh, I gotta set up this camera. Everybody's gonna see this big camera. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna be like, oh, what's going on with that? It's gonna make me stop creating. It's gonna give me doubt on why or how I'm gonna do the videos. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of the friction. Friction has caused me to stop so much. Has caused me, oh, I need a new accessory. I need this. I need ND filters. I need a mic. I need a camera bag. I need all these things. I need a screen protector for my screen and my camera. Listen to me. Like I said before, prioritize the creation aspect. Prioritize getting better. Prioritize talking to camera. Prioritize your community, answering those comments. Get rid of the friction. You don't make it simple. Make it simple, because guess what? When you make things simple, you're gonna do it over and over and over and over again. And that's what we need. We need consistency at the end of the day. I'm telling you, it's not, you're gonna make it so easy that you turn on the camera, you're gonna create. You're gonna turn on the camera, you're gonna be at work, you're gonna be like, oh, I got a 15-minute break, let me go make a video. Oh, I got off of work, there's no traffic today, let me go make a video. Oh, I finished on my to-do list, let me make a video. And that making it frictionless, and you using the phone, makes it so easy. It makes it so easy, y'all. And I'm saying easy. And when I say easy, I want you to understand. I'm saying simple. I mean simple because it's making it simplistic, so you can create more. You do more reps. If you start off with a lighter weight, you do more reps. Then later on, you build that muscle to what? Do more reps and do heavier weight and do bigger videos and do longer videos and be consistent. And oh my God, do me a favor. These are some things that I wish I would have known. I'm telling you, and if any of these resonate with you, comment down below. Let me know what is something that is infringed on your creative process. I would love to hear it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. We are on our way to 14K. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace.